This is the Jasion Roamer ST electric bike, a city-style e-bike that's caught my attention recently, and I'm really excited to do a quick review for everyone who's curious about what it's actually like to use. Right out of the box, what stands out for me is the design. It's got that classic commuter silhouette with a step-through carbon steel frame in a bright white and green finish that feels both retro and modern. I love how approachable it looks, not too flashy or bulky, just a really solid, practical bike. From my experience, that's important, especially if you're switching from a regular bike or even trying out an e-bike for the very first time. When I first came across the Jasion Roamer ST, I admit I was a little skeptical. I wondered if it would really make commuting easier or end up being more complicated than fun. I've also seen other e-bikes that try to be everything at once, like pretending to be little mopeds or motorcycles, but lose what makes biking enjoyable. What drew me to the Roamer ST was actually how much it stays true to a classic bike shape. It's not intimidating to someone new to e-bikes, and jumping on, you still get that familiar bike feeling, just with extra support. The key features that really impressed me start with the battery. The removable 48-volt 11-hour 528 watt-hour Samsung battery is a game changer for daily rides. It's designed to fit seamlessly into the frame, keeping the entire look sleek and manageable. I found removing and locking the battery with the included key super straightforward, and you can charge it either safely inside your home or while it's still mounted on the bike. That flexibility just makes life easier, especially if you live in an apartment or you're always on the move like I am. Jasion claims up to 62 miles of range on one charge and pedal assist mode, and in my opinion, that's more than enough for a week of everyday errands, commuting, or just enjoying the street sights. Of course, I noticed the range can drop if you use full throttle constantly or are tackling steep hills, but for a city bike, I don't feel limited at all. Charging time is about 5 to 6 hours from empty, so I usually plug it in overnight and it's good to go in the morning. Now let's talk about the motor, because honestly, the 1200 watt peak power is pretty impressive at this price point. The rear wheel mounted brushless motor can get you up to 28 miles per hour. For me, that's fast enough to feel a definite upgrade from standard cycling, but not so overpowered that it feels risky. I was actually surprised at how smoothly it tackled hills and busy intersections, and the acceleration feels responsive, not jerky. If you haven't ridden an e-bike before, it's basically giving you a push every time you pedal, and you control just how much help you want with simple settings. The Roamer ST comes with 3 riding modes: manual, throttle, and pedal assist, with 5 levels of pedal assist. For anyone unfamiliar, pedal assist means the motor gives you more or less help with each rotation of the pedals. I tend to use the lower levels when cruising on flat streets for more of a workout, then ramp up the assist when I have to face headwinds or steep inclines. There's also a throttle on the handlebars if you want to stop pedaling and just let the bike do the work. I personally found myself using all the modes depending on how tired I felt, and that flexibility is perfect for different types of riders. From my experience, that's what makes this bike easy to recommend if you're still building up your cycling stamina or if you just appreciate options depending on your energy level. The LCD display is another standout, though at first I was a little overwhelmed with how much it shows: speed, battery level, assist mode, mileage, and more. For someone new to e-bikes, it might take a moment to get used to, but I actually enjoy having that wealth of info right there on the handlebars after a few rides. It's intuitive once you get the hang of it. The interface is bright in daylight, and all the key stats are there at a glance. Comfort-wise, I have to say that Jasion put some real thought into making the Roamer ST ready for city conditions. There's a front mechanical fork suspension with 80 millimeters of travel and an adjustable, lockable system. This helps soak up potholes, curbs, and random bumps, so even if you hit cracked pavement, you'll still get a comfy ride. I use the adjustable seat feature a lot. I'm just over 5 feet, but my taller friend, he's 6'3". Took the bike out and found it easy to set up for his height too. Combined with the cushy saddle and the 26-inch wheels, it really feels balanced, even with heavier loads. Speaking of loads, the Roamer ST is rated for up to 300 pounds, which is more generous than some other city e-bikes I've tried. I've had no issues carrying my backpack, groceries, or using a rear rack for extra bags. If you need an e-bike for delivery jobs or just want to haul more gear, this is actually a great pick. When it comes to safety, Jasion went above and beyond. I wasn't expecting much from the lighting system, honestly, but the front headlight is super bright, the taillight is easy to spot, and the turn signals are effective in evening traffic. That's something I wish every e-bike had, especially for riding at dusk or night. Brakes are disc style, and they feel strong without being jumpy. You can stop quickly even on wet streets. I also noticed reflective strips on the tires for extra peace of mind. On the technical side, the Shimano 7-speed gear system makes it easy to shift for different gradients. For those new to using bike gears, this basically means you can adjust how much effort it takes to pedal, which extends your range and lets you control your exertion. I haven't experienced any chain slips or rough gear changes either, and everything's worked smoothly since day one. Setting up the bike after it arrived was pretty straightforward. It comes mostly pre-assembled, Jasion says 95%, but I still had to install the front wheel, handlebars, pedals, and adjust the seat. The instructions were easy enough to follow, but if you're not used to putting bikes together, you might want a friend to help. At around 50 pounds, it's heavier than a regular bike, so carrying it up and down stairs isn't my favorite part. That's probably my biggest gripe, honestly. The extra weight does help with stability at higher speeds, but make sure you know where you'll store it. One thing I've noticed is that the battery life can really vary depending on terrain, the rider's weight, and how much assist you use. On flat city roads using the lower assist levels, the Roamer ST feels like it could go all day. But if you use only high throttle and carry heavy loads over long distances, you'll likely get less than the advertised range. That's just something to keep in mind when planning longer trips. From my experience, I'd recommend this for commuters, students, or anyone who wants a fun, worry-free ride for daily errands. I've found it's perfect for people getting into e-bikes for the first time since it feels familiar and simple. If you've always wanted to ride to work but didn't want to arrive sweaty or tired, this makes it easy. It's also ideal for people who want to ride further or handle hills without much struggle. I had some hesitations before I got this bike, especially since there are so many different options out there. But the Roamer ST honestly checked all the boxes for me. Good battery, comfortable ride, flexible features, and it feels safe riding in the evenings. The classic city look is also a big plus. I don't want my bike to scream e-bike everywhere I go. In conclusion, the Jasion Roamer ST electric bike is practical, reliable, and fits both new and experienced riders out of the box. The removable long-range battery, powerful yet smooth motor, comfortable suspension, and city-ready design make it a fantastic choice for everyday use. While the weight and assembly were drawbacks for me, they haven't outweighed how much freedom this bike has added to my daily routine. Let me know what you think about the Jasion Roamer ST, or share your experiences if you've tried it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below. Thank you for watching.